So, do we feel like we need to spend more time on subtracting fractions? Are we ready to move on? Yes, okay.
There's an easy answer to fixing the education system in America. Hire more teachers.
Jordan!
The cost of one-to-one learning at the Los Altos Middle School would be roughly $1.2 million, just for Mrs. Thordeson's 5th grade math class. There has to be a different solution.
I did not imagine this. I did not imagine like this thing that can reach millions of students. I did not imagine that by any stretch of the imagination. I imagined myself being some type of a teacher or a professor. That was kind of my dream. I mean, I never thought that the tool would be the internet and YouTube.
Sal Khan is a typical Silicon Valley guy. He went to MIT to pursue his interests in computer science and finance, and when he graduated, he took a job as an analyst for a venture capital firm. Just another Silicon Valley guy riding his bike to the office every day. But at night, he had a lot of free time on his hands. His wife was finishing her hospital residency, and Sal struggled to play a little guitar. He read some books by Isaac Asimov and Orson Scott Card, and he coached his younger cousins in basic algebra on YouTube.
If you divide by 7, those cancel out, but you can't just do it to the left-hand side. Anything you do to the left, you have to do to the right in order for the equality to still hold true. So
by 2007, 2008, it became clear that this was people other than my own family members were watching this stuff. So that was by itself pretty interesting, but there wasn't a lot of people weren't taking us seriously as an institution in 2007 or 2008, or at least the philanthropic community wasn't taking us seriously as an institution then. But then, 2009, I quit my job, and so I guess that was kind of the beginning of the wild ride part of it.
Sal sat in the spare bedroom of his house, and he kept making videos. Algebra lessons, biology lessons, chemistry classes, astronomy, banking, computer science. And now people were beginning to take Sal's cottage industry seriously.
The major funders for Khan Academy, Ann and John Doerr were the first people who gave a major investment. That was May of 2010. And so that was I still consider that like one of the major moments in the history of the Khan Academy, because that went from, gee, can I do this for a living? Well, I have to go get another job. Will this have to stay a hobby? It's like, no, wow, we can do this for real.
The Khan Academy received millions of dollars from tech industry leaders and thousands of small donations from grateful parents. Sal Khan was teaching their children one-on-one at their own pace. Even the kids who said they really weren't math people.
Now the way to think about it is each of these diagonals are a number place.
There's been AV equipment in classrooms for 60 years. Film strips, cassettes, and VHS tapes to support the teacher. So why is everybody excited about the Khan Academy? The fundamental shift is that Sal's videos aren't supporting the teacher. The teacher is supporting the students.
You have your kids who are challenged by what you're doing and maybe tend to tune you out after the first 5 minutes. And then you have your kids who have heard this many, many times and feel really comfortable with it, and they also are tuning you out because they're slightly bored. This is stuff that they know how to do. So you're sort of teaching to that middle group of kids. But with Khan Academy, it's like having 30 teachers in the classroom as well. And my role, rather than being the one who knows all of the information, has become more of a mentor and a coach.
Okay. The Khan Academy has its critics, passionately vocal critics. They say that hiding in the middle is being replaced by hiding behind a screen all day, and that excessive screen time separates the child from the teacher.
So what we're hoping is happening, and we're seeing this in many of the pilots we're doing, is that there's more class time now for interactivity. There's more class time, and when I say interactivity, human-to-human interactivity. There's more class time for getting up and doing a project. And it is essentially the extension of a Montessori, which is essentially kids taking ownership of their learning, freeing up time during the class day. Now they can go into class and they can do Montessori play, but they can do it at a pretty intense level where they can, hey, let's build a robot.
The pilot program in Los Altos has only been running for a year. The scrutiny is intense as thousands of people wait for the results from a few dozen students. Meanwhile, it's just one of the frontiers Khan Academy is exploring. The videos are being closed captioned, translated, and transferred to DVD. Videos and practice exercises are being hand-carried into places where the internet isn't available. Like Sal said, it's a wild ride. In the meantime, Sal is staying focused on his first passion, making videos for the millions of casual learners You find him on YouTube. People that just need a little help on calculating the null space of a matrix.
That's just matrix A right there, and that's just the zero vector right there.
Sometimes, going back to like the knee-jerk criticism of Khan Academy, some people say, oh, well, where's the editorial board? There's just some one dude, and he just sticks stuff on YouTube, and then immediately millions of kids, their impressionable minds, he can say whatever he wants. But what's I think they're missing is that no, but everyone is watching that stuff, and the credibility of the organization to some degree rests on the quality of these videos. And so, if not only if something is just not up to snuff on those videos, we get called out very, very quickly.
So I wanted to just make that correction. It was a slight error. I shouldn't have viewed this as 0.3 billion years. This is only 0.3 million years.
Sal humbly makes corrections, takes advice on clarifications, and he keeps moving on. He has a vision of an educational institution, one that creates deep and long-term understanding in the lives of learners.
And there's actually a video that I show a lot of people about this student, adult learner. He was a music major in college.
I don't think I've ever gotten higher than a B+ in any math class ever.
Decided to go back to college, used Khan Academy over 4 years. He has a 4.0 GPA in electrical engineering, and he's just like this rock star. And the reason why I sat down and did hours and hours of videos is because every few videos I'd get one of these comments or one of these emails from somebody saying, this changed how I view math, or this changed how my kids are able to learn, or what. I was like, wow, and I would just keep doing them. A lot of people are doing their passion, but they can't imagine doing that exact same thing for the next 50 years. But I view it as the ultimate blessing if I'm able to do exactly what I'm doing for the next, until I die. It's fun.